welcome to Information Please, your Peoria Public Library on the air, bringing you information about your library and your community. This evening, my guest is Carla Wilkinson, who is in the programming department at Peoria Public Library and is here to tell us about a lot of the exciting programs we have coming up in June and throughout the summer. Hi, Carla.
Hello.
Well, I'm glad you could take a minute from running around getting ready for summer reading, which is our goes on all summer and everybody should know about, but if they don't, why don't you tell us a little bit?
Sure. We do summer reading every year. This year our theme is Pause to Read, so we'll be having a lot of animal programs. And it's kind of the same, a little bit different in how we're doing it. You're still reading 3 hours per week, any age, babies up to grandparents and beyond. And the difference is that we're not doing online sign up this year. We want you to come into the library and sign in your hours every week.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we found out that people missed that ritual of coming in and signing the contract. A lot of moms with kids said the kids were disappointed. It didn't mean anything to them to click on the computer. That trip to the library to get new books and sign is what it's all about.
Right. There's something nostalgic about coming in and logging in your summer reading hours.
Well, and it's a nice excursion. It gives you a place to go and a reason to, I have to do this. And I was thinking about that the other day as people say, why bother with summer reading? Well, it's not a tutoring program. We've had that come up. But it is, by signing up for summer reading, you're giving yourself a reason and permission to read. Because a lot of times we think, I have to mow the lawn, I have to do the dishes, I have to do this, I have to do that. And before you know it, all your reading time's gone. But if make this little contract with yourself and with us, then you can say, no, I have to do my reading to who's ever bothering you to do something else.
Yes. And as usual, we have some great incentives.
We do.
Reading. We have prizes at different reading levels, and this year our end of summer party, is at the Riverfront Museum.
Yeah.
We've never been there before, so it's something brand new for everyone. We have the whole museum to ourselves, and we're going to have planetarium shows and the giant screen theater and lots of fun things available for all our readers.
And it's all free, and parking is free.
Absolutely. Yes.
What do you have to do to get there?
You need to read your 3 hours every week for 6 weeks.
And the program's 7 weeks long, so you have time to be out of town.
Yes, you have 1 week. We'll give you 1 week extra, just in case you don't make every single week.
Yeah. What if you only read 5 weeks?
If you read 5 weeks, you can go to a Peoria Chiefs game, but you won't be able to come to the party. So you do need to read all 6 weeks.
But if you read 6 weeks, you get to go to the Chiefs game and the party.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
Cumulative prizes.
Yes, and we have some grand prizes at the end of the summer. We have some great sponsors who have donated some nice items and gift certificates and all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, and you must be at the Riverfront party to win those.
Yes.
You must be present to win, so that's another reason to come. And it is fun to call the names and cheer on those who got those prizes or prize packages.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
So we hope everyone signs up. We have a great welcome bag. Sign-up started May 1st, so we have a little bit of time still before the program actually starts, but you can still sign up a little bit late if you're not right there.
Yeah, as long as you get signed up during that first week or two. You'll still, to the first half of June, you'll still be able to come to our party if you do your reading and report in with us.
Yes.
And we've got plenty of reasons to come to the library all summer long. But for those who don't get to the library, we have a new bookmobile schedule this summer, don't we?
We do. This is for June through August, so the summer before kids go back to school. And it will be available on our website and in print.
Right. It'll go out in passages. You'll be able to pick up a paper one or download it from our website to see where we're stopping.
Yes.
And different schedule than the school year.
It is.
But it makes it easy because you can sign up to be a summer reader with the bookmobile, and they'll come by every week. Don't have to go anywhere.
That's right. There are 22 stops, I believe. And 16 of those are daycares or summer day camps. So if your children go to a particular daycare or a day camp during the summer, they might have the opportunity to visit the bookmobile. And then they stop at 6 different neighborhoods. So you might see the names of 2 streets on the schedule. So they'll be somewhere at the intersection of
At
those
that
streets.
corner, right. Makes it easy to take the books to you. And the bookmobile works just like a regular library. You can place a hold and it'll be on the bookmobile when it comes to your stop. You can ask them to get things for you. It's great. They have a huge selection of books and magazines they'll bring to you. It's a lot of fun.
Yes. And the bookmobile will be at the Heart of Illinois Fair this summer.
That's exciting.
Yes. It will be there July 11th through 18th from 4 to 8 every evening. So you can take your library card to the fair with you and pick out a book if you want.
Or return books.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's quite an attraction, and people have not seen the bookmobile before get a chance to come on and be on there. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. Well, and one of the big things we have going on actually starts right at the end of May, May 28th, is our Lincoln exhibit.
Yes.
And this is a big deal for us.
It is. This is a traveling exhibit that we got through the American Library Association and the National Constitution Center. And it's called Lincoln, the Constitution and the Civil War. And it will be a big display that will talk about how Lincoln had some constitutional struggles when he was faced with abolishing slavery.
Right.
How does he read the Constitution in order to help him with that? So it's an interesting take on Lincoln and the Civil War that we don't often think about, how the Constitution played into that as well.
Right, right. And we will have some things from the Peoria Public Library collection that can be seen, and maybe some artifacts, definitely. I know that we have people looking up what was the local press saying about Lincoln and his constitutional struggles at the time.
We have great resources in our local history department, and so we're going to pull some of those out and show people what we have, and maybe spark some interest in research.
And it won't be so much on the Civil War itself. It'll be the constitutional questions that came up. And of course, as you mentioned, this is a traveling exhibit, so it received a lot of attention and has been in local, community. But many people from Peoria didn't go there to see it. So this is, in fact, the same exhibit, but we'll have a different local twist and different programs.
Correct, yes.
We've got programs.
We do. This is the whole month of June. June 7th, which is a Saturday, we're going to have a musician named Chris Valillo, and he's going to be presenting a program called Abraham Lincoln in Song. So, the Civil War period had great music.
It did.
Lots of songs that we still know and love today. So he's going to be presenting some of those songs and talking about Lincoln a little bit in relation to those songs.
And that's going to be in the main library, in the gallery. So he's going to be performing
right there where the exhibit
right there where the exhibit is, so you can listen. And I think it's for all ages, and of course it's free too. So this is a great thing to bring the whole family to. Just
Absolutely.
And take an hour out of your Saturday and learn something and enjoy yourself.
Yep, absolutely. He'll be selling CDs too, so if you like his music,
You can buy a
purchase the
CD.
CD, and part of that money goes to our friends of the library.
Right.
We'll also be doing a presentation by Randy Saxon, who will discuss Lincoln, his personal, political, and moral evolution from young man to president. So he is a scholar of many things, and he'll be talking about Lincoln and the steps that made him the president he was.
Who he was, sort of a biographical look at how Lincoln got to his thinking on the Constitution.
Correct, yes. And that will be Saturday, June 14th at the main library in the gallery again.
Also in the gallery. So right at the exhibit, see the exhibit before or after, and listen to get some other insights and understand a little more.
Right.
And that's the whole reason we get these exhibits. It's just one more way the library can offer understanding and information to people.
Yeah, we want to give you interesting topics to think about and learn about. We'll also be having an author named Guy Fraker. He wrote a book called Lincoln's Ladder, and time and date to be announced. So just watch your calendar and check the website. We'll have all that information available.
Or you can call and find out too.
Absolutely.
Yep. And we've just got some really, really huge programs. New York Times best-selling author, just incredibly well known. We've got Mary Monroe, and you only have a day or two left now to get registered for this event.
Yes.
I don't know if they'll let you in late, maybe if you beg, but you do have to register for this program. So you want to tell us a little bit about Mary Monroe?
Sure. She is, like you said, a best-selling author. She has her best-known novel is called God Don't Like Ugly. I haven't read it myself, so I can't really give a summary. She has a new book coming out in June, and on Saturday, June 7th, there will be I think it's like a 12-hour program.
Or overnight slumber party if you
Yes,
want to participate with the whole thing. Yes, our Read On Book Club for years now has done these pajama night read events, but they start at noon and they go all day, and I think the event actually costs $30. It's at the Paradise Hotel. And
they do a lunch, a book signing, a fashion show. They'll be selling books, and they'll have speakers on things like women's health. And then they will have a DJ later in the evening, so I guess they party.
yes,
in the evening.
from what I understand, you have to get really cool pajamas, and you put on your really cool pajamas, and the author gets her pajamas on, and they get together, and the author reads to them, and they have almost like that's when they have their pajama literary event, and then those who want can get a room at the Paradise at a special rate and spend the night. And I'm not sure what time the event actually ends. Officially at midnight, but I suspect it may go on longer.
I'm guessing it probably does. Yes.
How many times do you get to sit in your pajamas with a New York Times best-selling author and talk for hours? Yeah, I haven't either. So this is exciting, and Mary Monroe had heard about the pajama night reads and offered to come. She really thought this was a great thing and wanted to be here. So we're excited that she's coming, and excited for the people that had the chance to go.
Absolutely. This is a great event. We don't often have authors of her caliber come for such a big
Peoria.
To Peoria for such a huge event and a great opportunity. So it should be a fun time. Yeah,
it should. Well, back to summer reading now. One of our programs is by a scientist, Anthropology of Dogs. This is a program that's a little, instead of the story time with the fuzzy dogs for those kids and adults that are interested in dogs. What's this one about?
Well, this one talks about dogs and their roles in society, and different types of dogs. Wolves are dogs. Yeah. How they've gone from maybe wild things to man's best friend. We all look at dogs in different ways, and if you have a dog, it's very near and dear to your heart. So, but how did dogs become man's best friend? How
did they get out of the forest and into our homes?
Yes.
Well, and I think that Ms. Myers is going to explain that, and then she's going to talk about her work here in the Midwest on Native American dogs, which she's an archaeologist and an anthropologist, and she's working at Fort Ouiatenon, which of course is over in Indiana, not all that far from here. And in fact, I think she'll be excavating there again this August. But she has done a great deal of work, right down to doing DNA out of dog teeth. So it's going to be interesting to see. But in speaking with her, one of the things that fascinates me is the finding that dogs for eons have been the pampered pets in some cases that they are now. Dogs, she's found burials of dogs that were very elderly and obviously very beloved and well cared for. So I think her insights will be fun and add a little bit of scientific twist to the many, many other dog programs we had, cat programs, all the animal programs we have going on. Yeah. Do you know what are some of those? I know we have live animals coming to every location repeatedly.
Yes, we have Forest Park Nature Center coming. I think there are 3 different opportunities. I believe those are in July. And I can't think of any others right off the top of my head that we have. But
I think we have Wildlife Prairie Park coming as well.
They might be.
And we have our Pause to Read dogs.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I think we're also having an adoption event with the Peoria Animal Shelter.
And I think we have the Barking Ballroom dogs coming.
Yes, we do. So
Those dogs dance.
yes, that should be a very interesting program. If you've never seen ballroom dancing with dogs, you might
Yeah,
want to check it
the
out.
Barking Ballroom has a great name, but
Yes, it
yeah, and these dates are on throughout the summer, and I think the best thing is to just keep an eye on Passages, our newsletter, or look at our web calendar. Pick something up when you're at the library, or go online and look. Even if you follow our Facebook page, we have plenty of reminders on Facebook and Twitter about all these events, so you don't miss any of them. So you can do anything from read to a dog, to watch a dog dance, to find out why you have a dog in your house.
You can even sign your dog up for summer reading this year.
Yes, we've had that request. We made it happen.
Yes, we did. Sign your dog up, but you have to read to them.
Yes, you have to read. That reading counts for you and your dog.
Yes.
And there'll be a chance, I think, to win a basket of goodies for your pet.
Yes.
Yeah, it can be a pet, it can be a cat, it can be a goat, whatever. It doesn't have to be a dog that you read to. Yeah. Well, we also have a lot of film series throughout the summer, and you know, the summer can get kind of long and hot, and it's nice to sit in one of those afternoons when it's 100 degrees and you've been swimming and you're sunburned, and you just want to get out of the house for a while. Nice, cool library, dark room, great movies.
Yeah.
What are some of the kind of movies we're showing this summer? And this is all free too.
Yes, absolutely. I know at Lakeview they're doing a Sunday afternoon movie series. Once a month they're showing classic films. So if you want something free to do on a Sunday afternoon and you like classic movies, you can go to Lakeview for that. At the North Branch, they're doing Let's Get Real, the third Thursday documentary film series. So it's the third Thursday of every month.
What sort of things are they covering in Let's Get Real?
For June, the movie is Standing in the Shadows of Motown. So that could be a pretty fun movie.
Yeah.
Motown music. Or I don't know if it's Motown music or maybe it's about cars. You'll have to look it up and see. But they're doing a wide variety of documentary films on
Which there's
every subject.
many people, myself included, who enjoy nonfiction, who enjoy documentaries. And it's not something, you know, you get to see just every day. They're not as accessible. We have a lot of documentaries you can check out from the library. Not sure people know that. If you look in our catalog or just peruse the shelves, you'll see a lot. But it's nice to see them on the big screen with the good sound, the way they were meant to be shown.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then on Monday nights, we have some animal-themed movies to go along with our summer reading theme. And those are also at North Branch on the big screen.
Oh, great. So it's a great chance to go watch a movie, check out some books, sign your contract, your summer reading contract. Yeah. Well, another thing we have going on this summer, and this will be throughout June and July, is our graphic novels programs.
Yes, it's kind of a collaboration between the North Branch and the Lakeview Branch. They will both be doing some film series. One will have movies more geared towards children. One will have movies more geared towards adults.
And I think Lakeview has some more adult movies.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And these are movies that are based on comics. So you might see some Batman, maybe some comics that you're not quite as familiar with. Didn't know that a movie was actually based on a comic. Things like Sin City for the adults was actually a comic first. So they'll be doing those movies, and they'll also be doing some graphic novel workshops. If you are an aspiring artist, graphic novelist, and you want a little help figuring out how to write a graphic novel, create a graphic novel, they're going to have some workshops for that as well.
Yeah, I think there's a 3-part one. Yeah, but they also have a showcase of new graphic novels at these.
They do. At every film, they will have time ahead of time where they'll have a display of the newest graphic novels. And we have some very passionate graphic novel readers in our library branches who are excited to tell people about graphic novels and
how much fun they are.
Yeah, try to spread the love of graphic novels
Yeah.
and get more people to read them.
Yeah, well, we do have a pretty good following already, and we do purchase and make available a lot of graphic novels and movies.
Yes,
So
we do.
yeah, we also have another author, which we're really excited. Big deal. Another best-selling, award-winning British author.
Yes.
Who's coming?
Her name is Jo Baker, and she is the author of Longbourn. which for Jane Austen fans will be a very familiar name. Longbourn is a companion to Pride and Prejudice. And Longbourn refers to the house that the Bennet family lives in Pride and Prejudice. And it's the story of Pride and Prejudice from the perspective of the servants. So you don't hear about the servants very much at all. They're mentioned.
Yeah, they're just in the background.
You know that they are there, but we don't know what they're doing. So this is the drama below stairs. So it's, you think of Downton Abbey, and in Downton Abbey we see the upstairs and the downstairs.
At the same time.
In Pride and Prejudice we did not see what was happening downstairs. And this book has gotten a lot of very good reviews, and I haven't read it yet, but I do plan on reading it.
I have read it. I was extremely impressed at her historical accuracy, the detail. She wove a beautiful love story. She works in so many of the realities of life in England at that time, orphans and the military and being pressed for service, and just what life was like as a servant, where you just basically don't have any time to yourself, and your life is not your own. And when we read things like Pride and Prejudice, and yes, those girls are poor and downtrodden, but you're not thinking about who's getting the mud out of that hem when, somebody went bouncing through the mud.
Yes, absolutely.
And what did it take to get, 5 girls ready for a ball? And what did it take to get those meals on, and all, even though it was a poor household, what did these servants do, and what was their life like when they drove the girls to a ball? Then what happened? So anybody who loved Jane Austen and that type of novel is going to love this one. It is just wonderful. And as far as we know, she's coming to Peoria because we asked.
Yes.
And then she's going to the world's largest Jane Austen festival in Louisville, Kentucky, the next weekend. And so it's exciting.
It
and
is.
It's going to be free, but we need you to get a ticket.
We do. It will be on July 14th. That's a Monday at the main library at 6:30 in the evening. It's a free event. But
Parking's free.
Parking is free. We do need to know how many people are coming. So we're asking you to reserve a ticket. You can just call the library to reserve your ticket, and we will have her books for sale there as well. So she will do a talk, and then we'll have a book signing, and it should be a very nice evening.
Yeah, we'll dress it up and have some other fun things to see and do while you're there. But yeah, this is an exciting opportunity we don't want people to miss. And so we'll have more details. This isn't till the middle of July, and so we've got a little bit of time to plan yet, but we will have all those details out very, very soon. We just want everybody to mark their calendar for that date, July 14th, and make sure that we do not miss her at all.
Correct.
Yeah, so we have a lot of music programs and things coming up in the gallery again. Can you just tell us a little bit about, after Lincoln leaves, then what do we have?
After Lincoln leaves, we have the Illinois Art League member exhibit. So
that'll be exciting.
The Illinois Art League is based in Peoria, formed in Peoria in the 60s, and so they have 105 active members, so it's a showcase of the artwork of the membership. So that will be the month of July. And then in August, we will have the Artists of the Atelier, and they are a group of artists who are based in the Warehouse District in Peoria. And these are different mediums, and it should be a really beautiful show. They do great work. These are professional artists. And
that's how they make their living, and they're here in Peoria. They're the people that are giving the life to our Warehouse District. But sometimes not everybody can, get out to see what they do because they're traveling a lot. They're exhibiting in other places, and they have their first Fridays that everybody can go to, but Friday night's not always possible for people. And so this is a great chance to see throughout the summer, July and August, see what our local artists do and be able to enjoy their work for free in a nice air-conditioned gallery.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And so also we have just providing links and want to tell people about a fun new computer thing for kids that's also free.
It's called Wandoo Planet, WANDOO, as in what you want do. And it is a website for kids if they've run out of things to read. You know, there are some kids who read everything and they don't know what to read next, or they don't know what movie they want to see. This website gives them choices of subjects, topics,
Yeah.
and lets them say if they like it or if they don't like it or if they really, really love it.
Yeah, I tried it, and there was an army of small squirrels with
Yes.
signs that said like ice cream, American Girl dolls, cars, sports, you know,
Right.
different, and you would click yes or no, and it lets you keep rearranging until you get your top 3 out of all the little squirrels with signs.
Yes. And so from there, it takes your interests and it says, okay, you like ice cream and crayons, so you might be interested in this. And it keeps adding in your interests.
Yeah, you build a tree.
You do. You
And
get
the
a
tree,
with branches, and
it keeps growing.
and it tells you what you might be interested in. It generates book titles and movie titles that maybe you hadn't heard of before. And so it's for those kids who like to play on the computer and like
don't-
to experience new things.
Yeah, and don't know what they want to read.
Yes.
Great, just in time for summer reading. Well, Carla, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
There are so many programs happening this summer. First thing to do is sign up for summer reading, no matter how old you are or who you are, and then get a hold of our calendar or check us on the web or Facebook or Twitter. And there's a program for everybody, no matter what age you are or what you're interested in. We have something you will not want to miss this summer. And almost everything is free. The only thing that's not is Mary Monroe. Everything else is. You just need a ticket for Joe Baker, and those tickets are free, just calling to get them. But all of that information is on our website or by calling 497-2000. We'll see you next week on Information Please.